Welcome to another episode, everyone. Kevin Hart is under heavy attack by the black community over the roast that he had, this so-called Kevin Hart roast, where these individuals attack the black community. The roast has indeed went viral. I did not see the whole roast. I could not get through it. It was a public lynching, a minstrel show. And Kevin Hart and every black individual that was there needs to be ousted from the community immediately. They are all sellouts. But really, all of the black celebrities are sellouts. You can't name one that has not conformed to white supremacy in one way or another. Just name one. I can maybe think of one. Maybe Denzel Washington hasn't sold his soul all the way out. But the rest of them doesn't matter. Jay-Z, Beyonce, it doesn't matter. They all sell out. Period. All of them. And somehow they are all still welcome in the black community. All of them. Every sellout that we have is still welcome in the community. Black people are crazy. Need to get a thicker skin when it comes to these people selling us out. Did you see that roast? I'm going to get into it. It was a few days ago, over a week ago. I could have gotten into it, but I was sick about it. It made me extremely upset. And I've thought about it ever since. Kevin Hart has since went on a Breakfast Club a day or so ago and defended the roast. So let's get into this, man. Black people are upset.
Whole Breakfast Club interview, and he talked for an hour and a half. That was the longest interview about absolutely nothing. There was zero accountability. There was 100% deflection. Oh, that was a roast. Everybody doesn't like a roast. A roast isn't for everybody. Oh, Kev, they said that you didn't have no black writers. Oh, there were 7 writers, and it was so-and-so and so-and-so. Well, if there are writers and the writers are writers, then the writers will be writers. So I'm not going to pay attention to the writers not being black writers. Oh, George Floyd's family was just really upset. You were at his funeral service. I didn't tell the joke. Yeah, but they kind of wanted you to just stop it. I can't stop it because I didn't tell the joke. I'm not in charge of that. 5 minutes later, because I'm the top nigga, because I'm the top person in charge, because all of this is because of me. Oh, but I didn't tell the joke. It wasn't my joke to tell. Okay, nigga, we get it. Cat Williams was right about you, and we get it.
What was funny, Breakfast Club, with Kevin on there? What was funny about that? Like, Charlamagne over there, key, and all that stuff. What was funny? Kevin ain't even funny. He wasn't saying nothing funny. Charlamagne over there losing weight, slapping knees. It wasn't funny. Like, he didn't take no accountability, whatever the case is, and y'all just thought that was funny. But y'all had smoke for not a Dr. Cheyenne. I wish I would have came at Kevin like that. Like, nah. Like, somebody should have been like, nah. I thought Lauren at least would have been like, yo, that wasn't what it was. But everybody's so pressed about Kevin Hart because of the opportunities and the doors and gatekeeping and whatever, he's in these white spaces and whatever the case is, and he can make or break people or put people on or whatever. They were afraid to even say anything, to be like, no, like, yo, that wasn't cool. The most Charlamagne said was, yeah, I was laughing up until that point. Or I don't like it when it comes to talking about, like, deceased family members, right? Like, that's all you said, but yet, when he wasn't taking any accountability, Kevin, like, y'all thought that was funny. Everybody just keying and laughing. Like, was it funny? Because it wasn't funny.
Kevin Hart said, if you don't like it, you don't like it. And if you don't like it, don't support it. I'm a mega millionaire off telling jokes, and I'm not going to tell nobody else how to tell their jokes. He said, y'all got to grow up. And if you found it offensive, then you don't know comedy. And it's not his job to police the people that he hired to entertain us. And if we weren't entertained, then that's our problem, because he's successful and he knows how to win, and he's been doing this for a long time. Excuse me. So who are we to tell him that the people that he hired can't tell those kinds of jokes. That's what he said. He said, yes, I went to George Floyd's funeral, but I'm never going to listen to an interview that you interview a person, even though you're interviewing me. I'll never watch your interview of you interviewing his brother. No, I'm not going to do it. That's not how I spend my time. He said that. He said he's a grown man and he's not going to let nobody tell him what to do, and he's not going to tell nobody else what to do. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said.
Kevin, your line was, I'm sorry. Okay? The line was, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is what he said. That's what he essentially said on the Breakfast Club. Perhaps I'm going to have to play that because what these sisters are referring to with Kevin Hart in the interview with the Breakfast Club again is that he did an interview a day or so ago on the Breakfast Club. And he was asked about this by Charlamagne the God, about black people essentially being upset about the so-called Kevin Hart roast. It was not a Kevin Hart roast. It was a black people roast. You have to look at it to understand what we're talking about or what everyone is upset about. And it's not that black people are playing a victim and black people are just sensitive and this and that. Whatever, man. We already know that the world hates us. If you don't know this as a black person, then you're foolish. And when I say the world, that's exactly what I mean. Period. Everyone. So don't be misled by these individuals accusing you of playing the victim when you speak out against a minstrel show, against a public lynching. I can tell you what I believe should have happened to everyone inside of that roast. Every one of them. The black people included, for allowing it to happen. This stuff is serious. These people are playing with us and playing with our race. They sat there and made disparaging and denigrating comments about George Floyd, and people were saying, well, he wasn't a hero, this and that. It doesn't matter. It's the symbolism of it all. It's the symbolic language. When they put their foot on George Floyd's neck, they're putting their foot on all of our necks. And when they laugh about George Floyd and make jokes about him, they're laughing at our death and our trauma and our turmoil caused by them. They're laughing in our faces. And they have black people inside of the house, they're laughing with them the same way the house Negroes would do. Laugh and go along with the massa, even though he's disparaging and denigrating them, castigating them, making a fool and a mockery of their humanity. People say that Regina Hall was not having it. She was upset. She was the only one that wasn't laughing. Well, whatever. She should have did something too. She should have got up out of there then. While she's sitting there, listen, while she's sitting through it. Yeah, she wasn't, while she's sitting through it then. Get up out of there. Let it be known that you're upset about it. Draymond Green, 6'6", 6'7". Big old towering, dark-skinned, intimidating black man. He gets on the basketball court, does Draymond Green, and attacks other strong, big men who are 6'8", 6'9", 7 feet tall. He out there, Draymond Green, and got more technical fouls on the basketball court than any other player in the last 5 years. For playing dirty, for being rough out there. Big old strong, crazy man. But he sat right there in that minstrel show with these individuals castigating his entire race right in front of him. And he said and did nothing but laugh. Where was all this energy at that you have on a basketball court when you were attacking LeBron James and all of them? 7 foot tall black men, when you're attacking him, you have no fear. Where was this bravado right there with all of these white people there? All of these people are sellouts. It needs to be out of the community now. And the fact that they are not is the reason that we get no respect. Pretty much any other race, if they set through something like that, they would tell them, you're not welcome over here anymore. You need to go over there. with the people who asses you kiss all the time, people who you think are so superior to us and to yourself, you need to be over there with them. Oh, but they don't want you over there. You're going to find that out. You will never be one of them, which is not a bad thing, by the way. You just don't know that. Being this here is a very good thing. You just don't know that. But take your sellout ass over there. I don't have anything for you. Netflix needs to be canceled. And every black individual that was there and did nothing and didn't even say anything, which was everyone that was there. Every one of them. Not one of them said anything. You need to be canceled. But you won't be. Because black people have a fascination, a love affair with these so-called celebrities, these heroes. Let them get away with anything.
And you couldn't even hit that. All right, I think there's probably a reason why we didn't see Chappelle or Chris Rock or any of your contemporaries up there is because they probably don't like you, and that's okay. But let's talk about it. You got on the Breakfast Club this morning, and you were like, hey, like, not only am I, like, not apologizing for what this was because a roast is a roast, but Tony Hinchcliffe had the best set of the night. Kevin. Not only did he do the George Floyd joke, he stuttered through it. And you calling that the best set of the night? And I'm not saying everybody else was amazing. All right? You got the who's who of niggas who fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But, like, the best set of the night?
No, Kevin, we're not mad that, you didn't say it. We all know that. We watched it. We saw it. You did not say it. We know. We did not want you to get up and beat Tony up. Like, the fuck? But we also did not want you.
He wasn't going to do that. But that's nothing. It should have been worse than that. That whole building and everyone inside of there should have went to smithereens. Y'all playing. This is serious. I'm sick of this stuff. Sick of these people. Killing my people and lynched all my people. Raped and murdered little babies and fed them to alligators. And then laughing about it in our faces. They really think we some type of joke. It's because of the way that we conduct ourselves some of the time. They do this and get away with it. People are upset and outraged. It's going to blow over soon. That's going to be that. Is Kevin Hart really canceled? Is his next movie going to do well? Everyone else in there, are they really canceled? Even the white celebrities that sat in there, will they still be supported? Yeah. That's why something like this will happen again, because there are no repercussions behind it. If there were, they would never do something like this. If they thought that there would be repercussions, they would have never done it. They know that nothing's going to happen. All of them in the room know, white and black, that nothing's going to happen. People are going to be upset, outraged for a few days, talk about it on TikTok, and then move on. And still support us. We're still going to be millionaires. Kevin Hart did an interview sat down and spoke with George Floyd's family, including George Floyd's brother. As we heard here, Kevin Hart also went to George Floyd's funeral. So he was steeply involved in that situation when George Floyd lost his life. Kevin Hart apparently felt like that was wrong. He went to the funeral as a black celebrity. Perhaps donated also, what have you, I don't know, but he went to the funeral and spoke with the family. So the lady, Lauren, asked him on the Breakfast Club during this same interview that's being discussed here. Well, I did an interview, she said, with George Floyd's brother. Before she can even finish, Kevin Hart saying, okay, I don't care, because he already knows she's about to say that the brother has something to say about this roast. Because again, they disparaged George Floyd in this roast. So his brother, of course, was upset, I'm sure, that Kevin Hart sat there and let that happen. approved this. This was his roast. He's the man in charge. None of these jokes had to be approved. They made fun of Cheryl Underwood's husband blanking himself. They made fun of this. That's never funny. Someone blanking themselves is never a joke. But the list, we're about to get into everything that was said during this roast. I'm about to get on this situation here because something needs to be done about it. We need to stop forgiving these people when they treat us like this. Kevin Hart was saying to Lauren that I haven't watched the interview and I'm not going to watch it. I don't care. I have better stuff to do with my time, as the sister said. That's what he said. So you have no respect for George Floyd and George Floyd's family. This is the brother doing an interview. So you're just saying that these people are beneath you, that you're above them. You don't have the time to even sit there and listen to what they have to say on the interview. You're a millionaire, a mega millionaire. And that it was just a joke and, hey, black people, get over it. That was his attitude on the Breakfast Club. It was just a joke. I can't tell people how to joke. Y'all are all too sensitive. Lighten up. Really? But you went to the funeral and you spoke with the family when it first happened, when it was viral and everyone is upset in the country, or at least black people are upset in the country. And you gained fame talking about it years later. The fact that you were at the funeral, it helped you with your brand. And these black celebrities, including Kevin Hart, most emphatically become celebrities off of black people's pain, turmoil, and off of black people's back. Once they become famous, some of them are then supported by white circles. They have white fans and a white fan base. Once they become famous already, and they make their way into these white circles and sell out. This is what they have to do in order to stay at the top. This is written. They're all going to follow this Illuminati. They all do it. Name one that does not or has not sold out. Name them. In the comments, name them. Name one celebrity, black, that has not sold out. Kevin Hart is too good to listen to what George Floyd's brother family has to say about this roast. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what black people have to say or think about it either. So he said, but these are the same people that made you famous. Black people, the black community are the ones who push these celebrities, who support them, particularly when they're first getting started. Again, once they become actual celebrities, then other people, because they're famous now, know who they are, get a hold of them, and begin to support them too, some superficially. Black people support these people wholeheartedly, buy their music, watch their movies, take them over the top. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. Who do you think made these people rich and famous? But then they turn around and sell us out every time. Once they get rich and famous, forgetting where they come from, forgetting the fact that we are the ones. Yes, it was their talent, their work, their hard work and all of that. But you can have all of that. And if you don't have any support, there are many people who have a lot of talent, who are better singers than Whitney Houston. We've never heard of them because they never got the push. They never had the support. So they never became famous. Their music never became famous. There are actors who are better actors than Denzel Washington. We'll never know who they are. There are basketball players who are better players than Michael Jordan, but never got the shot. You got there, including people like Michael Jordan, because we supported them. We, the community, so proud of them. We support them. They know how they got to where they are at, and then they get there and sell us out like Barack Obama did, who is still beloved in the community. And black people put him in the office, but he did nothing for you. Not a damn thing. And told you to your face he wouldn't do anything. Kamala had said the same thing. She's not going to do anything. Man, I'm not even, boy, look, sick of these people.
You to key and slap your knee like it was the funniest fucking shit that you ever saw in your motherfucking life. And I don't care that you had a conversation with, you know, his brother at the end or whatever. It's the fact that you made it seem like you were really, you know, in part for the community and then thought the shit was funny. It's always so interesting how they build themselves off of black people and the fact that we are always like, you know, that's one of our own, that, you know, we're gonna, you know, hype you up, we're gonna do all the things until we see how you really are. But Kat tried to tell people a long time ago about Kevin, especially, like I've always said, he ain't been funny since Tori was writing for him. It is what it is.
I just caught Kevin Hart lying in 4K.
It wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience. Tony told a joke. We didn't like it.
Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe. God bless you, Kevin. Bless you, Kevin. God bless this room. And God.
It wasn't a tasteful joke. We didn't like it, but I just showed you a clip of the Netflix special where Kevin Hart is literally laughing, pointing at Tony Hinchcliffe like, yeah, you the man. That was a funny George Floyd joke. Kevin Hart did a disservice to himself, the way how he spoke on The Breakfast Club. Shout out to Charlamagne and Lauren LaRosa, who actually tried to save him and tried to steer him. But no, if you go back and you watch the clip, Kevin Hart is literally on one. He's aggressive. I feel like he was even a little bit rude to Lauren LaRosa. He's going to try to say that it was comedy and he was being fun. No, I feel like he was being arrogant. I feel like he was being distasteful, and he doubled down and got caught lying, sir. You did this for the Netflix special. You did this for the views. You did this for the controversy. You supported George Floyd and his family at his passing. You went to the funeral and you turned your back on them for clicks and views.
I was watching The Breakfast Club with Kevin Hart, and he brought up a great point, which is that people aren't able to laugh at the jokes when it's on them, when it's at their expense. People on the George Floyd side, they were able to laugh at the Charlie Kirk joke, but people on the Charlie Kirk joke were able to laugh at the people on the George Floyd joke, but neither one of them were able to laugh at the joke on their side. Why is that? I think that's because people are tribal. People only see things through their lens. People think, I can laugh at this one thing because it doesn't really involve me. It involves them. And I actually hate that side. Excuse me. I actually hate that side. So it's okay to laugh at them. It's fucking train. Sorry, that train just passed. But back to what I was saying, it's perfectly fine to not find a joke funny. You don't have to find every single joke funny. You don't have to find every single dark humor joke funny. But the fact that you found one funny and you're calling for the cancellation of the other when they're very fucking similar, to his point, it's just a lot of self-indulged people. People who just only see things from their lens and can only be selectively offended by shit that they either care about or don't care about.
You know, Kevin Hart, if I still was in the classroom, I would use your interview to illustrate what racial illiteracy is when you lack the ability to read and write situations pertaining to race. Because you know there's a distinction between racial jokes and being racist. You know, it's the difference between defending the continuity of comedy and prioritizing humanity. You a comedian. I'm a critic. I'm going to stay in my lane. That's my ministry. And I know you were smoking dope and dog food when you literally said, yeah, but it said was good, though. Y'all read about that joke? It said was good. What?
Kevin Hart's Breakfast Club interview basically said, it wasn't me. What do y'all want me to do? I didn't tell the joke. I didn't write the joke. It was live. It wasn't me. What do you want me to do? It's a roast. It's a roast. They talked about my dead mama, running the train on my dead mama. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Oh, y'all so sensitive. It wasn't me. He pretty much said, I'm still getting my money. Fuck y'all.
That's exactly what he said. Okay, Let me know what you think in the comments. I've said enough so far. I want to get to what Dr. Umar had to say about this and go over some of these jokes. That's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go over some of these jokes. I probably should have done that first so that you'll understand the backlash. But many of you already know, I'm sure. But if you don't, we're about to get into it. I may get upset when I hear these and go over this, but we'll see. It's emotional. I may say some things, but I'm going to try to be careful and control myself. But I don't find any of this funny. And I don't believe that Kevin Hart should ever be welcome in the black community again. I just know that he will, because I know how black people are. He just told you he doesn't care about us. He's a sellout and he's proud of it. He knows that he's still going to be supported. We made these people who they are. Yes, we did. Believe that. Understand how the system works. And then they all get up there and stab us in the back once they get there. All of them. We have to stop supporting these people. And we even support businesses and people in our own community that we know that don't like us. We know that these people hate us. And we still frequent their businesses and make them rich. I mean, what is wrong with us? What the freak is wrong with us? Have we no pride, no racial pride whatsoever? Do we really lack the ability to come together as one and make a collective decision and say that these people are no longer allowed around us? We don't accept them anymore. And we'll say this publicly. We'll shame them publicly, like they just shamed us publicly. We'll let his little white friends know that he no longer speaks for us in the black community. He's just been outed over what he did, and you guys are not welcome. And we'll never watch one of your movies or listen to one of your songs. Ever. If you can't do that and you don't do that, then you don't deserve respect from other people. And you don't get it. You don't deserve it. You can't come together and make a collective decision and say that this person is outed from the community. Everyone sees that. Everyone from the outside says these people can't even come together to make a decision to oust this individual. They welcome him back. They welcome him back to the cookout, to the barbecue, after he sat there and just disrespected their whole race. How can we respect people like this? They have no respect for themselves. Stay safe and stay free, people. Kevin Hart. Everyone else that was there. Draymond Green. Stay away from us.